Hi, welcome to She Spice. 50 Cent is truly going all on a mission to make some waves with it. It resembles he's driving this charge against the terrible kid Magnate, and the web can't get enough of it. 50's over here spilling tea that no one even knew was fermenting. A valid example. There's this alleged instant message trade drifting around, and 50 is implying that he's going to drop it like it's hot, so that everybody might be able to see whether he's simply playing or serious as a heart attack. Individuals are completely snared in one of his new Instagram posts. 50 threw conceal at Diddy with a video subtitled, "Yo, this is enjoyable to me. I needed to share this. It made me chuckle." The clasp purportedly shows Diddy sliding into 50's DMs and getting going with a cringe. "Hi, Daddy," followed by a late-night welcome for a beverage. Yet when 50 brings up the inconvenient time, Diddy continues with the greeting just to get dissed for his relationship with Cero, the vodka brand he's been repping music. Always then, it gets significantly juicier. Diddy guarantees a shopping binge the following day, attempting to draw the individual over, yet they ain't having it. They're all similar to "I'm great with my own money," and right when Diddy's sufficiently frantic to toss in a music video offer, the answer is savage. "Haha, last time you had a hit, I was in secondary school. I'm great." And to finish it off, they sent over an image of 50 Cent from escort, hurrying ceaselessly in his vehicle and dismissing his head at any rate, savaging or not. Some are as yet receiving a decent snicker in return, while others are beginning to feel like the joke's going downhill and tired. Regardless of whether individuals are feigning exacerbation, they'd in any case take 50's punches over directly up counterfeit news any day, discussing which 50 as of late worked up a remarkable debate with a web-based entertainment post that had people addressing, assuming he was going too far. He shared this news report asserting Diddy was evidently in a CX relationship with entertainer Reginald V. Johnson. Clearly, a few humorists let the cat out of the bag on a pot, claiming he saw some wild stuff go down at one of Puffy's gatherings. I'm hearing, like I'm similar to gracious someone wearing this out on Chiaro, so I go busting the entryway. I see vehicles where I'm similar to goodness 6. So like this is insane, yet in spite of 50 Cent keeping up his savaging binge on Diddy, which doesn't appear as though he will ease up at any point in the near future, regardless of whether Diddy winds up in prison, 50 is most likely, as yet, going to keep the jokes moving. There's this video getting out and about that is genuinely sickening. Individuals a pair. Obviously, there's a really shameful film from Diddy's surveillance cameras, as per court archives recorded by Rodney Lil Bar Jones, a previous worker of Diddy. It's guaranteed that Diddy had been furtively keep his visitors at his properties in Los Angeles and Star Island, and we're not discussing your typical party depictions. Obviously, these cameras got a few truly compromising minutes, including celebs, competitors, legislators, and so on. Jones guaranteed in the suit that these herrings were supported by central parts in the recording business, giving them admittance to sex and underage young ladies. Lil Bar guaranteed the absolute greatest names in the recording business, and supported these gatherings of laborers and underage young ladies. Mr. Combs has stowed away cameras in each room of his home. He has accounts of a few VIPs, craftsmen, and musicians. Chiefs and competitors are taking part in criminal behavior. Mr. Combs has a compromising film of each and every individual who hosts, went to his oddity-off gatherings and his local gatherings. The maker further claims that he has scurrilous tapes of Hollywood's greatest names. Chiefs and government officials were doing and cutting loose with, and to the extent that he realized the gatherings were a plan of action that allowed forthcoming specialists an opportunity to scale the profession's stepping stool by giving them admittance to music leaders. Jones additionally shared that past music chiefs who supported these gatherings had a propensity for giving the Awful Kid Records organizer huge chunks of change. Even his ex-guardian Gene Bargan let the cat out of the bag, saying it's not only celebs, there are government officials, evangelists, and so on, possibly on Diddy's coercion list. I don't believe it's just superstars going to be shook. He had government officials in there, he had presses in there, and afterward, there's this unusual video flowing around again, highlighting a person who purportedly terminated shots at one of Donald Trump's Florida properties some time back. In his meetings with policing, he made a few pretty wild allegations, asserting he was a sex slave for, in all honesty, Sean Diddy. With bureaucratic agents striking Diddy's homes and the chance of a capture or prosecution approaching over his supposed contribution to a SEXFK activity, those apparently stunning cases don't sound so unrealistic any longer. I resembled a slave, which was acceptable to them. That is what I need. That is all okay. The person even went similarly, recommending that Diddy's prosperity is attached to some clandestine society called the Bully, which apparently has connections to the Illuminati, as per him. That is the reason Diddy's generally at the center of attention and appears to have each arrangement in sight. He did anything he called definitely essential for what's known as the Blee. The Blee is a part of the new master, okay, and he has a place with that plan. That's the reason he's so well known. They land on the agreement. He even asserted that Diddy guided him in his sexual experiences with Cassie. Diddy's previous sweetheart, while Diddy got off on it, I had with Cassie and Sean. And fundamentally, he would talk me to do Cassie. I had like 15 experiences now. You can wager there's a ton of scrambling occurring in Hollywood, right? Currently, word is the federal authorities previously got their hands on those implicating recordings, so it's inevitable before additional names fire springing up, and we've previously seen a couple of slip looks with the names that poured out since Cassie's claim hit the scene. Take Jay-Z, for instance. Despite the fact that he hasn't been referenced in any claim or embarrassment, there's this energy in the air like he may be next in line for some undesirable consideration, after Diddy is on the grounds that Jay-Z is up close to be uncovered, and it's just such a large amount these accounts that Jay-Z you realize he can pay off, or he can obstruct. He will not have the option to stop this. Word on the road is that Jay-Z's been breaking out in a cold sweat since the Fed began looking around Diddy's business. Obviously, they've been tight buds for a very long time, and they haven't precisely stayed quiet about their kinship. Yet, as per those in the loop, their security runs further than being music industry. Big cheeses, supposedly, they've been interfacing over some truly obscure stuff, especially including savagery against ladies. A clouded side of their companionship's been sneaking in the shadows for quite a long time, and they've some way or another figured out how to evade any genuine outcomes. Or if nothing else, everybody suspected as much. See, it just so happens the federal authorities have been taking a gander at them for a really long time, and they have been taking a gander at them hard for quite a while, on the off chance that there's one thing about the federal authorities: they never take their actions until they have their realities, right? And they have figured out how to construct a water, air-proof body of evidence against their suspects, with no wriggle room. It frequently requires months or years for the federal authorities to fabricate their case. Yet when they capture somebody and bring charges against them, then it's over. They have a conviction pace of over 95%, and that ought to let you know all that. The federal authorities don't play when they take action on a suspect, and for Diddy's situation, the federal authorities have been taking a gander at him for no less than 11 years now, since back in 2013. We figured out they've been examining individuals concerning Diddy's supposed revenue in little fellows. A court report from a case in 2013 noticed that during a post-op interview meeting with bureaucratic agents, James Roseman, the music director, was supposedly examined regarding the sex inclinations of performers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having intercourse associations with underage young men, as per a U.S. Region Court document. The examiner then got some information about performers' X inclinations, including yet not just Sean Combs having CX associations with underage young men. So on the off chance that they have been taking a gander at Diddy for that long, best accept that they've been taking a gander at Jay-Z for that long too, and it didn't begin with in light of Cassie's claim. Curiously, the information on Jay-Z going down with Diddy isn't fan hypotheses, since individuals with dependable intel have guaranteed there is supposedly additionally an open examination of Jay-Z by the federal authorities, and as all of you have presumably heard, Diddy got busted by Country 2 or 3 weeks prior, which lets us know the examination concerning Diddy is at its pinnacle. And evidently so is Jay-Z, and you realize 50 couldn't avoid adding his feedback. After all, he feels the same way about both of them after Diddy's homes were struck by Country security. 50 bounced via online entertainment and asked where Jay had been in one post. 50 shared a picture of Jay's face on a milk container with missing captions over the photograph, and one more image of the Brooklyn rap legend on an honorary pathway waving at the cameras. Ha ha, Puff said the man wasn't using his telephone. Ha ha ha, 50 wrote in the main post. And in the subsequent post, 50 said, "Here is Jay-Z's last revealed scene waving at Puffy Fly." Ha ha ha. In Lil Bar's claim, he... Subscribe She Spice for more videos.